Welcome, student. Now let us continue with this new lessons, that is India during the Maurya period. So Maurya dynasty ruled over India for a more period. Now let us go through this point, that is the Greek Emperor Alexander invasion and the Maurya Empire. So during this period, the Alexander invaded invaded India from the northwest frontier, uh, that is in 326 BCE. Crossing the Indus River, he reached the Takshashila. On the way, he made the forcefully oppositions from the local Indian kings. He defeated them all and successfully reached the Punjab. However, in this invasion, his army had to suffer a severe hardship. The soldiers were eager to go back home. They rebelled against Alexander and he was forced to turn back. He therefore appointed Greek officers to administer and conquer the territories. Therefore, officers to administer the conquered territory, they were called as a Kshatrapa. He started his return journey but died in the way back in 323 BCE at Babylon. Nowadays, Babylon is considered as Iraq. Alexander's campaign led to an increase in the trade between India and Western world. The historians who accompanied Alexander introduced India to the Western world through their writings. Greek sculpture influenced Indian art and giving rise to the Gandhar school of art. The Greek kings minted character characteristic coin on one side, and the coin had a picture of a king who had minted the coin on the other side. The picture of a Greek god, the name of king, was also written on the coin. Alexander's coins were of the same type. Here is the coin of Alexander, that he is his photo is on one side and the Alexander picture on the other. 7.2 Maurya Empire. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Maurya Empire. Peoples were tired with the tyrannical rule of Nanda, king of Magadha. Dhanananda. The Chandragupta Maurya brought it to an end and established his own rule in Magadha. Around 325 BCE, he won Avanti, Saurashtra, and began to extend the boundaries of his empire. After Alexander's death, the struggle of power begins among the Kshatrapas. He had appointed Seleucus Nicator was Alexander's general. He became the king of Babylon after the Alexander's death. He invaded northwest frontier region of India and Punjab. Chandragupta successfully resisted his aggression. The defeat of Seleucus Nicator led the inclusions of the northwest region of Kabul, Kandahar, and Herat in the Maurya Empire. So the Chandragupta Maurya extended his territory up to Kandahar, Kabul, nowadays in Afghanistan. Emperor Ashoka, after Chandragupta's death, renounced the throne. He succeeded by his son Bimbisara. After Bimbisara's death, his son Ashoka succeeded the throne in 723 BCE. Ashoka had been appointed the governor of Takshashila and Ujjain before he came to throne. As the governor, he had successfully crushed the revolt at Takshashila. After becoming an emperor of Magadha, he launched a campaign against the state of Kalinga. The Kalinga occupied the region of today's Odisha state. Emperor Ashoka conquered Kalinga. Ashoka's empire extended from Afghanistan to the northwest and Nepal to the north and Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh in the south, from Bengal in the east and Saurashtra in the west. So whole North India was under the control of Ashoka. The Kalinga War. Kalinga War has an importance in Indian history. Ashoka was deeply moved by the bloodshed of the Kalinga War. He decided never to wage this is the how Ashoka's empire spread throughout from Afghanistan Hindu Kush mountains to the Bengals and to the south. It is nearly about the Tamil Nadu. Okay, this is the spread of Ashoka's empire. A war again. Ashoka decided not to fight a war again. After the war of Kalinga, he came to believe that truth, non-violence, and compassion, forgiveness were the important values. The Ashoka wanted to spread this teaching among the common people. Therefore, he had pillared edict and stone inscriptions engraved throughout his kingdom. These writings are in a Brahmi script, and these inscriptions he is referred to the Devanam Piyodasi, beloved of God, and who looks all with the affections. Another inscription state that 8 years after the ascended on the throne, he made the conquest of Kalinga and had change of heart of seeing the devastations it is caused. And inscriptions of the Emperor Ashoka at Delhi Topra shows that he had put strict restrictions on the hunting of bat, monkey, rhinoceros, and setting a fire to forest. Emperor Ashoka's work for the spread of religion. Ashoka had embraced Buddhism. He had convinced the third religious council of Buddhism at Patliputra. Ashoka sent his own son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka for a spread of Buddhism. He also sent Buddhi bhikkhus to the West Asia Central for spreading Buddhism. He also built many stupas and viharas. So here we will now stop, because we have to look out the whole work done by the Ashoka. He was a great king of India.